Celsius Holdings update here on the 5th. So you can see here pretty clearly I've been buying up here. I'm down on my position. My average is like in the 24s. So I bought a little bit early. You can see here though that it might be going all the way down here to 19 bucks. There's a gap right there, I think. Probably why I have this here. I'm sure there's a gap there. But it's in a big monthly demand zone. And you can also see that third wave ends right here. And then this right here is fourth wave, and you have 1, 2, we're in a third wave, 4, and 5 like that. So it's going to go lower. Just how low is it going to go? I think it should bounce here in the low to mid 22s, back up to 24 bucks, and then probably come down here to 18 to 20 bucks. But that will be the end of the A wave. And then we should be getting a huge bounce on Celsius. Even if it goes to 18 bucks, it's probably coming back here to at least 43 bucks. So you're going to get a 100% gain on Celsius from there. I don't think that that's the end of it though. I think this is only going to be a B wave, and then you're going to get another move down. So people want that to be the end of the move. More than likely it's not though, because this is an impulse. This is an impulse. We're going to get a corrective move, and you're going to need one more move down. It's possible it goes all the way back up here to like this area and then just comes back down here to like 10, 15 bucks. But I think that there's going to be a lot of pain after the bounce. But I'm just playing the bounce. I'm a little bit early. I have 1,000 shares, a little bit early, and we'll see how low it can go. I'll probably just be selling covered calls while I'm waiting for it to bottom out. So quick update on Celsius Holdings. Let's actually go over ELF real quick. So I said look for 86 bucks. It filled that gap, but when I look at it more in depth, this looks to me now like it's actually just in a third wave of this fifth wave. So I'm still looking for a bounce here. I think it can get back to 100 bucks potentially. That would be a bounce to a little bit past the 0.23 fib, and that would be the fourth wave. But then I'm looking for one more move down. If you look at the long-term trend line, 70 bucks is probably going to happen. However, you have the 200 weekly here, so I don't know. Maybe it did bottom and this is misleading, but it looks to me like there's probably going to be a bounce and one more move lower. I would say the fifth wave more than likely ends right here. Another reason why is I think this is the A wave, and look what happens when this bounces. There's gaps up here at 170 and 180, and there's a gap down here at 58. We can bounce back to 160 and then come all the way down here to this gap at 58 bucks, potentially even 43 bucks. But you can see here, again, similar to Celsius, this is an A wave, and also it's in a third wave. So both of those should bounce soon. And then we should see one more move down after that, and then the big bounce. AMD. I said that it invalidated at 106.90. It did break that by a little bit. We're going to find out. I mean, maybe my invalidation is a little bit off. I'm not going to sell here. I'll just hedge if it continues to go down, because honestly, this just seems like a bunch of BS to me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have an extension like I showed, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have potentially, this is a 5-wave move, another extension on the smaller scale, 1, 2, 3, down here to like 105, bounce, and then keep on going lower. That's the only bear move I can see. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. There's so many waves. I'm looking here on the daily too, and I've gone through this many times. The only other thing I could see is if this was a small second wave, and then this would be the third wave, this would be the fourth wave, And then this would be, again, this would just be potentially the end of it too. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Or if it's not showing up here, it could be 1, 2, 3, bounce, one more move lower after that. Maybe test $100. But I showed you in the previous video too that a bounce here makes the most sense. This is about the same length as this wave right here. And then if you just take the parallel line here, if we're going to go down to $90, go down to weekly supply, or go up here to weekly supply around 140, come down here around $90, maybe $83. But does it really make that much sense that they just beat earnings and it's going to continue just to trickle down here to $80? Doesn't really make sense. So AMD is in a weird spot. I'm going to see what happens with that one. NVDA is bouncing here. And like I said, this could have been the end of the fifth wave. And it could just come all the way up here to 142 prior to earnings. We'll find out. It's pretty much holding the market up right now because Apple's down, Google's down, AMD's down, Tesla's down, and then NVIDIA is just randomly up 4%. So just kind of a random move. And Tesla, I'm not even messing with this one right now. I don't really care if it comes down here. My average is going to be somewhere in the 360s if it does come down here. Still, you got the head and shoulders here. But the question is, does it come down here? This is a very corrective move. I don't really have a good count right now. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens on Tesla. I know that there's demand down here. There's a supply zone at 400. It's very corrective. It's like kind of like a sell option. It's like just sitting there. And as I say that, maybe it will start selling off. But we have AMD bouncing a little bit now, so that's nice to see. Let's see if we can get above 110. And Apple, last one I'll go over right now. We're early in the morning here. I think that Apple should be going higher. Again, we had that retrace right here. This retraced to the 0.78 fib. That should be the bottom here. We're getting a pullback here on some tariff news with China. This looks like 5 waves to me. I think this is going to explode upwards. And I bought the dip in pre-market at 227. No fear on Apple. I think it's going higher, potentially all the way up here to 250 here soon. So that's all I got for right now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I will put out some content probably later in the day.